Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start the show. Hold on to your joy and let go of your worries. 3041 Urban Soul Country Club is proud to house Pickup Lines and Poetry Night, hosted by the artists of the Tour Nation. After you've stopped by the bar, take your seats and get ready for an entertaining and educating experience. Tonight is brought to you by Jeffrey McAllister from Fashion Sense, Kingmaker, Spitfire, and Friends, Club 3041, the Just Love Company Education Fund, Watch Poetry Night Live, and the Tour Nation. Now put your hands together for one of your hosts, the director, Prince Atone Bishop. Leah kind of touched on this a little bit after the brothers was up here. He said love comes with conditions. And I think that, anybody ever heard that guns don't kill people, people kill people? And so it is with love, Love doesn't come with conditions, in my opinion. People come with conditions, even if you go to the Bible, I know this isn't church, but even if you go to the Bible, it talks about all these different explanations about love and characteristics of love. Love being kind, love not being puffed up. It's literally talking about an unconditional love, But like I said before, I think that, after generations and generations of us, having it in our hands, it's like, we use it, it's almost like we give it out on a case-by-case basis. We become our own authors, our own gods of, love. We decide who deserves it, who doesn't deserve it. And I wish some of you have been here for the last few weeks, because we definitely covered a lot of the different problems that we say there is, with love. One of them being people don't focus on making themselves more love-able. We focus more on making ourselves more lovable. We try to dress a certain way. We try to behave a certain way. We try to make ourselves more attractive. And we think that, and it brings us to a point where we start to believe, well, okay, the problem of love isn't, I'm not the problem. I know everything there is to know about love. The problem is the object. The problem is the other person. The problem is trying to find the right person. Somebody made a post on Instagram that said, love is a beautiful thing when it's with the right person. So I took that little picture and I crossed out the part that said, when it's with the right person, and I reposted it, but I put under there, love is a beautiful thing. And if love is only beautiful based on us finding the right person, then that wouldn't be called love. You know what I mean? When you really think about, all of us want to be loved. And it's an injustice almost, right? I've spent 32 years figuring out who I am. And I found out that everything about me ain't great. It ain't awesome. Everything about me ain't good. You know what I mean? There's some things about me that's bad. There's some things about me that people might find to be ugly. You know what I mean? So if I can love me despite my infractions, then how is it that I can't love somebody else despite their infractions? And I think that's what love will do. When we talk about loving yourself, I think loving yourself just gives you the experience to know what you're going to have to deal with. Like once you know you got good, you got bad, and you got ugly, okay, this is how love can be effective in my life. And then now when I meet other people, I can accept that thing that we all say, nobody's perfect. And now I can accept this. Now I can understand that behind this person's good, bad, or ugly, side note, who's the author of good, bad, and ugly? You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about flaws, but if everybody got them, are they really flaws? Or are they just are they just characteristics? You know what I mean? And I talk about that's who people are. When they do certain things, we call them mistakes. Like, no, that wasn't a mistake if they accomplish exactly what they wanted to accomplish. If he cheated on you, or if she cheated on you, and that's what she wanted to do, that wasn't a mistake. That's what that person wanted to do. That was a part of who they were in that moment. And people can't develop and grow when they're stuck in other people's prisons. So we got to get past that. I was having a conversation. That's the last point I make. What I told the guy was, because he asked me on Facebook, he said, I said, well, I unconditionally love. And he said, well, what if your woman cheats on you? And I said, well, first of all, if she's my woman and she cheats on me, I can still love her. I can still love her. He said, well, what if she cheats on you with your friends As a matter of fact, what if she cheats on you with more than one of your friends? And I said, well, even then, I can still love her. I said, but if we think that loving unconditionally implies that cheating is okay, then we obviously have the wrong idea about love. But I went on to say, I find it, I know, and like the word cheating, like what does that even, to me, what does that even mean? Like when I was first introduced to the word cheating, I know we're supposed to be talking about love, not cheating, but when I was first introduced to the word cheating, it was a word that was used to describe somebody copying somebody else's work, you know? And somehow or another, we translated that over and it became about somebody having, you know, intercourse with somebody else. But, and that's fine. I know what we mean when we use the word cheating, but I find it weird or ridiculous how we use this word to describe somebody who is single. When they went to go fill out their W-4, they were asked if they were single, married or divorced, and most likely they checked single, and regardless of who they sleeping with, regardless of who they got at the house, they marked single. And they in a relationship with somebody who, when they filled out their W-4, they also marked single. You know what I mean? And if either one of them decided to go out and mess with somebody else, hopefully that person marked single. You know? So it does, I mean, you can have these feelings. That's why I say I think it's very important to understand what limerence is, because, you know, sometimes we describe stuff as love, and then when stuff don't work out, we blame love. Love hurt my feelings. It's like, love ain't had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? That was that person, that was what that person did, but at the end of the day, y'all single. So, and I said, but if this person is my wife and we're actually married, there's a word for that already. You know what I mean? That word is adultery. And she's a liar if and only if we vowed to forsake all others. Sometimes we just be saying stuff just because that's what a whole bunch of other people said before us when we do our vows, you know? But sometimes, relationship, going back to something kind of Africa was kind of going into, it's like a business. It should be. You should sit down, and you didn't say that, but you was talking about relationships having guidelines. You should, you know, you should know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? But the problem is people aren't honest. I'm going to be myself, because if you say you love me, I want you to love me, knowing who me is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was something like that, you know. That's it. So anyway, so I was talking to my cousin today. We're almost done with this part, and she was talking about how she's in love, and she's kind of young. So I said, "Do you even know what love is?" You know, I said, "What is love?" And she and somewhere in the conversation, she began to explain to me that she's not talking about love. She's talking about being in love, as if there's a difference. Let me ask y'all this question again: Is love a feeling? Is it, MVP? I know I asked it earlier. Is love a feeling? You think love is a feeling? Okay. Make sure you hear next week. I'm going to talk a little bit more about love not being a feeling. Love is, somebody said love is an action. Okay. Love is a state of being.
Love is purpose. Who we are.
Love is purpose. And for some people, love is a feeling. Okay. Listen. Let me say this. I am a believer. You know, we all have many different definitions, right, of what love is. So going into this, knowing that I was going to be doing love talks, I thought it would be very, very fitting for me to come up with a way where I can convey what love is in a very simple way, not to take away from anybody else's interpretation. Again, even 1,000 years from now, regardless of what I said here today, we still gonna have our own interpretations of what love is. But the way that I've chosen to simplify it was to care, was to be concerned, and was to understand. So, and having this conversation with my cousin, I said to her, and I just so happened to be wearing a suit that day, I said, "What is a suit?" And before she was able to respond, I said, "Well, a suit is usually a jacket and, you know, slacks put together." And then I asked her, I said, "What is being in a suit?" You know, it means that someone's wearing it. So in other words, being in a suit doesn't take away from the suit being a suit. It's still a suit. And so for me, and anybody else that's a love agent, the same thing with love. Love is, if love is to care, if love is to be concerned, if love is to be understanding of a person, then to be in it, or to be in love would be to be in a state of caring, to be in a state of being concerned, or in a state of understanding. And again, like when you begin to look at this word limerence, which describes more of the feelings, you know what I mean? You begin to see the separation between love and the separation between limerence. So let's continue with the rest of our evening, and I'll be back with a little bit more of these love talks. If y'all ready for some poetry, let me hear you make some noise. Let's bring up one poet, and then we'll do some dating questions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, my good sister, MVP.
He's like a long hot shower after a hard day. In every way, I just want to stay in. Let his hands cascade down my brown skin, got me feeling lathered up within. Less like butterflies, more like the wings of Ma'at. Balanced waters, hot he ain't even giving all he's got. Relaxation, imagination, I imagine him easing my pain as I do the same. He stimulates my brain, I do the same. Hot shower, long day. I guess he's more like a getaway, nothing planned, spontaneously consuming me. My mind on him constantly, no distraction. This is some kind of attraction, refreshing kind of this is some kind of attraction, a refreshing kind of connection. He's definitely my favorite getaway, like a hot, long shower. I just want to stay in with him, hands cascading down my brown skin, but his skin, all I can do is groove, hypnotize and mesmerize. Sounds cliche, but really there's no words to say or describe the royalty that radiates from within his natural glisten. Hot shower, long day. He's kind of like some reggae. Reggae takes me away to another reality, a different kind of beat. That's what he is to me, a new sound. He's definitely a new sound over new bars. He's almost like hip hop, but not. He's kind of like when I let my hair down and walk bare feet around town. I guess he's kind of like freedom now. I hope he wants to stay, get lathered up in a hot shower after his long day, and maybe I'll be his favorite getaway. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for MVP one more time. That was awesome, y'all. Who's ready for some dating questions? I didn't hear everybody in the building. There's plenty of people in the building. Who's ready for some dating questions? All right, y'all give it up for my boy A-Tone Bishop as he comes to the stage with your dating questions. We're gonna engage in like a couple of seconds. Y'all prepare yourselves in your minds for y'all answers. Y'all better not be lying either, cause he's gonna be asking y'all some real serious stuff. Y'all ready? Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk?
Thank you, Mr. U. So for those that don't know how dating questions work, I have these cards, and I'm going to ask that someone, picks a card, and then we'll kind of just have a, kind of respond to whatever's on that card, all right? And they're dating questions. Let's see. So who wants to be the first to pick a card? Awesome. All right. What you got there?
That one thing that happens on that one day, good or bad.
So yeah, just give us something that happened on a date that you think might be interesting, something good, or that one thing that happened, that one thing that happened on that one date.
talk to him?
Me, I'm the type of person like good conversation rule the nation. So if you got something to talk about and we can communicate nonstop without me having to stop and pause and us not having too much to talk about, and we can talk all night and it don't have to be nothing about, it can be nothing about nothing. But if we can have a good conversation, that's all can do me.
Make some noise. What's your name, brother?
Levante.
Vontae. Y'all make some noise, Vontae. Anybody else? You got a story to tell about that one thing that happened on that one date. Anybody? Dinah? You ain't got nothing? You go. Oh, back here. Oh, check it out. We got to come back here. How you ladies doing over here? Good. What's your name?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Tell about that one date.
All right, so one thing on a date for me. No? Okay. So one thing for me that is actually great on a date, I would say a man actually making sure after the date that I make it home safe. That's like A1 for me. That's an A++++. You know, so that's one thing. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. That's just one thing.
It makes a noise for that. So do you have like a preference as to how he makes sure you make it home? You know what I mean? Do he call you, make sure you made it there, or do he drop you off and take you in? What happens here?
What do you do?
That's a great question. It depends on how long we've been actually speaking or talking. But for me, I would have to say if we just met, I would have to say it varies. I would prefer him to call me and make sure I make it home. But if we've been dating and this is our, it's been going good, then he should be picking me up at the front door and dropping me back off at the front door, versus him calling. So it just depends.
One more time for Yolanda, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's do another card. Let's change it up. Anybody else pick a card for me? MVP. What you got there? So she picked the most embarrassing thing ever. Tell us about a date where something embarrassing may have happened.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't know that anything embarrassing ever happened on a date, or I'm sure maybe in my life. I can't think of anything. I don't embarrass easily. What would be embarrassing? Well, the obvious things like farting or something like that everyone does, but we for some reason feel embarrassed that we do it. Or maybe if you can't pay your bill or something like that, that'd probably be embarrassing. Or,
So if the bill couldn't be paid, then what?
MVP would have to speak and get that money, because that's what I do. I don't know. We would have to work that out. Like, if it was a date, I'm assuming typically, maybe he's paying because he's just the gentleman that he is. And if he couldn't pay, that's a good question. What would we do? What if I didn't have any money? Then what would we do? We'd be washing some dishes or some shit.
Is that a conversation? Shouldn't that be figured out
Beforehand?
Like.
Well, but he might say he's gonna pay, but then like his card gets declined or something.
He knew it wasn't payday.
And my daddy always told me I shouldn't go nowhere with no money in my pocket. We gonna wash some dishes, right?
Or
he gonna wash.
Y'all
No,
both gonna wash some dishes?
I wash dishes. I ain't like that. Cause we all done fell on hard times. I would never judge him for that. I might want to prefer cash next time. Like, can I see the bills before we go out? I don't know.
Every guy might not be that lucky to get a date with MVP.
Yeah, I'm very.
Some of y'all gonna be like, nigga, you gonna wash some dishes? I'm gonna wash some dishes at home. I mean, like, I'm going home.
I wouldn't leave him like that. And you know what? Let me say something. Let me just say too, because as a woman that loves my brothers, it would be wrong for me, in my opinion, to diss him or to talk shit about him or to judge him for his situation and throw him under the bus. You feel me? So I don't operate like that. Like, yeah, we might be a little embarrassed. We might have to wash some dishes, but let's bust these suds and then figure out what we finna do.
So
regardless if it's our first date or our 50th date. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. So yeah.
That's unconditional love.
Any single brothers in here, listen, if you date MVP, you will not become a Facebook post. All right? So, all right, y'all ready for some more poetry? Let me hear y'all make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for my good brother, Mr. Universalist.
Do you love yourself? No, the hell you don't. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself because you don't love me. If you love me, you will love yourself because loving me begins with you. You have to accept you for who you are. You have to accept every flaw, every pimple on your face, every bigger in your nose. I said bigger, booger. I'm kind of tongue twisted tonight, so excuse me. You have to accept yourself for who you are. You cannot say you love me if you do not accept the totality of who you are. See, loving me consists of, loving me consists of a lot of things. Because we've all been through trials and tribulations, facing situations, all the mountains we climb and the situations we are designed to go through were meant for us to become stronger. Yourself. Love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love the next person? You cannot say you love me and don't love yourself. You cannot say you love me and don't wash up. You cannot say you don't love me and don't clean up the house. You cannot say you love me and don't love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself, you will never love me. You feel me? Baby, I just want to give you my soul. I just want to show you a different side of the world. I want to show you a different perception where we can drift into another dimension. And please pay attention because you might miss something. Love yourself. Because that's all I'm going to demonstrate to you. That's all I'm going to show you while we're together on this journey is how to love yourself. Because I love me. I love my smile. I love the way my eyes see through your eyes into your soul. I love the way that we can just sit back and laugh. Not Netflix and chill, but walk through the forest and meditate. And hear the birdies sing. Love yourself. Because if you don't, you miss the chance of truly loving someone else. Thank you.
Love, so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility you'll look at me different, love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined, changed for love. See, in the beginning, all I wanted was just a kiss. But when I began to think about your lips, I began to want to take a trip on a path called relationship. You see, the Bible says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And I don't know exactly if you're my wife, but I know for a fact that you're my good thing. And seeing how we just met, you might ask, how could I already feel like that? And it's because I've known you 1,000 times before I ever met you, or at least in my dreams. And see, I get this vibe from you. I get this vibe from you that won't allow me to stand here and lie to you and tell you that I don't know what it is, because what it is, well, hopefully it's destiny. Because I remember the first night I jumped on the mic and gave insight about my life. There was just something about you being in the audience that just brought out the best in me. And seeing how poetry isn't just what I do, it's also who I am. That means this stage is your chance to get to know me. But when I'm through, please get to know the rest of me. The ins, the outs, the worst, and the rest of me. The ins, the outs, the worst, and the best of me. I want to take you to a place filled with so much ecstasy that at the end of your day you can't wait to get next to me. And I'm not even talking about sexually, because I don't desire to have sex with you. I'm so lying. What I meant to say is that I don't desire to have sex with you yet. But whatever we do, let's call it love. But see, I don't just want to make it. I want to recreate it. I want to put it on a file and save it. I want to put it on a CD and play it. And won't be no need to put this track and repeat, because this track goes on forever, never skipping a beat, never jumping back to the start. But wherever we put it, it really won't matter if at first we don't put it in our hearts. See, I want to take it to a place. I want to take it to a place where we can feel the sun upon our face and the wind upon our hair, and the love that we share can be the source that keeps the stars in the air. A place where we can hear the trickle of the stream and the buzzing of the bee, because I am in you and you are in me. So the question is, will you go with me? Circle yes or no. Want you to be so in tune with the direction that I'm flowing that your heart gives you no other choice but the desire to grow with me. Want your soul to expand so far wide that to intertwine to minds, and we become transparent and transpose these two different roads into one road. Go to a place where we can unload all the emotional baggage, watch the miracles and blessings unfold. A place where you can tell me your secrets, cause baby, I'll keep them. Put them in a place where no one can creep in. Deep in my heart, treat them like evidence against our relationship. I will never speak them. I don't want to argue unless it's about who loves who more. I don't ever want your hand to have to touch the handle of a door. I want to be the wind beneath your wings that allows you to soar so high above the heavens as though you shine like a star to me. And please don't get mad, because you're the reason that this fire got started in me. Been trying to get your attention for some time now, but sometimes now it just seems so hard to me. But I'm hoping I got enough light on the inside of my life to share upon yours, because God took away the dark in me. I got this spark in me, got rid of most of the pride in me, but go ahead and confide in me. I got a lot of love that dwells on the inside of me, more than one night in me, because I wouldn't be able to stand it if it only lasted one night, just for us to wake up in the morning and stand alone. I hope you paid attention to the words that I put in this poem, because I wasn't just talking about a relationship, and I wasn't just talking about some fantasized trip. And damn, I noticed a whole lot of shit that I just said when in the beginning all I was asking for was just a kiss. Thank you.
I dominate. I demonstrate a dumbass delivery. Dummies that sling dick are destitute of good decisions. You dainty dons don't understand the damage you create. Never had a sister to demand dignity. Dreams diminish the daylight. Demons. This is a daunting task, developing new ways to download wisdom to a disaster waiting to happen. Dapper, dogging these diamonds, denying the women, digging these dudes, damaging records, date to dodge, dope dating, gold digging, dropping it like it's hot. Dizzy, looking directly into the red dot. Triple beam dreams and dreamsicle drop tops, dusty knees and dope beats and drama in the distance, and these nuts. And y'all love these nuts. Them nuts don't give a fuck, and they do everything to keep them. Dotted your eye last December, and he's the only dude that you can't remember because he's the only dude that you can't leave. Didn't believe it was real. Didn't want to listen to God, so now you feel depressed. Baby daddy deals in all that mess. Unequally yoked was never addressed, but all he got you was undressed. God destroys a yoke of bondage. Deliverance is what you needed. Take heed. Dive into deliverance and live free.
At Leah V. Poetry, ladies and gentlemen, please.
All right. How y'all doing?
All right.
Good. This is my first time. This is really good.
We've been waiting on you.
I don't even know. But anyways, we're so quick to jump heart first instead of using our heads. Captivate our emotions by everything that he said. Manipulated our tongue to speak unknown truths. We lost our soul for exchange of unbreakable news. But nothing's new to God and everything is new to you. See, God knew the end will come, now it's up to you. Choose your freedom or remain enslaved to false pictures, framed with false words and framed with false images. Sleepless nights turn into bearing mornings. Naked and bare, you weep, you mourning. Choices pick at your skin with your spiritual slits. Cut from the knife of your life, blood dripping from your spiritual wrist. Hard drives and memories and broken promises and things. Discomfort in your stomach, now you throwing up promise rings. Rejected, infected is the hardest pill to swallow, and rules must have been made to be bent since they're the hardest thing to follow. See, I've been broke down after we broke up. But my God broke down to throw down on my come up. I can't count the tears, I can't count the cries, I can't count the headaches, I can't count the lies, I can't count the days in this minefield drought. But I know if it hurt, then it's got to count. See, he's caught every drop, stayed awake through every piece. God took my pieces and made something out of nothing, that's including my peace. See, God understood the severity of my pain. That's why he sent his son down to suffer the very same. I said, God understood the severity of my pain. That's why he sent his son down to suffer the very same. I walked out of sinking sand just to stand in the rain. And God set it up to happen against my window pane. But then, pain prepared me for a peculiar position. Pain pushed me into my next dimension. Pain counted me out when God counted me in. Pain plagiarized the real emotions I didn't know I had within. I said, God set it up to happen against my window pane. And then, pain pushed me into a peculiar position. Pain prepared me for my next dimension. Pain counted me out when God counted me in. Pain plagiarized the real emotions I didn't know that I had it within. See, depression and rejection, they made love every night. I mean, depression and rejection, they made love every night. They stole my joy, my sleep, my sanity, and then depreciated my flight. But one thing I remember, if it hurts and it really, really hurts, and you like, oh my God, Lord, this hurts. Women, please don't doubt, because know if it hurt, then it's got to count.
Awesome, awesome. Let's bring up our this really good brother. He's been doing this thing for quite some time. He just so happened to be in the building earlier today. I told him we was having poetry. He was like, man, put me on. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Daryl, the gift.
Just last week, I heard you on a voicemail begging like keep sweat. But see, when you had her, you didn't want her. But somehow she still convinced herself to stay in your corner while behind her back you was secretly shitting on her. You old Jody acting like ass nigga. Yeah, she told me how she used to stroke your ego. Mad at the world because your dick couldn't get no bigger. But see me, I told her what she wanted to hear as well as what she needed to know. So a few months later, she surprised me with my name tatted on her ass like a logo. Hey, but tell me this though. How in the hell could I take something that you didn't even own? Because last time I checked her left finger, I ain't see no wedding bands on. You see, she made it very clear that she was tired of raising a boy. So I eagerly stepped up to the plate and told her, Daddy gonna make this house a home. See, baby, don't worry about what he didn't do. I'm that shoulder that you can finally lean on. But please keep in mind, we've all played the fool before, looking at potential opposed to what's present. But now it's time to get past that. And see, your ass is mine now. And you love the fact how I just take control. Just like how I bent you over as I lifted up that skirt while I pulled my pants down. You see, I couldn't believe your body felt so soft like silk, so let me lick you up and down till you say stop. But see, there was no stop. See, your body went into shock because you were so digmatized. One stroke away from climbing that stairway to heaven, you slowly closed your eyes as I laid your body to rest. You see, I told you when I first met you, your ass is mine now. Hey, nigga, quit calling my woman.
Hot shit. One more time. One more time. All right. So I'm happy to present to you and to introduce to some a very good sister who's been with us since we first started doing Pickup Lines of Poetry Night last year down at the Coffee House downtown. Ladies and gentlemen, she's one of the hosts. She's with the Tour Nation, Afua Afrique.
I forgot that feeling you give me. Tingles inside, butterflies in my stomach, you run through me. When I am beside you, I've been single too long trying to find me. Selfish, it was all about you. Where have you been hiding? Or was I hiding from you? I was lost and lonely, broken-hearted. Could you find me once before? Hide and seek bondage but not free. Fear and the expectation of living the American dream. The house, the cars, the kids, the white picket fence, and the dog. I had it all. So I thought. It was all a lie. After you found me, my heart died. So I thought. Giving birth to 2 love cries, princes growing into 2 born kings, living my dream life in ruins. Scattered into many pieces, the shock set in. I lost all my shit. Yeah, 'cause you destroyed it. Destroyer of the chambers where love once lived. Does anybody got some Gorilla Glue? Strength beyond my capabilities, pieces of my life together from leaving you. I can no longer deal with you, but I am ready for love. Tonight, I release. Chains are broken and I'm no longer hiding. Come find me, damn it. I'm tired of running from your bullshit. I'm loving it, and I might be scared. I remember what love meant, open to the possibilities, evolve from my fragile woman you see, metamorphosis into a predecessor of myself, Afua, Afrik, Akuma, patience, love, and endurance. I receive what you stole from me, 'cause my love cost. Excitement at the thought of you, how did you even find me? I swore I hide my heart where no one could find me, buried 6 feet deep where I thought I put you. I vowed to never play the game again, checkmate and love's play dates. Deal me a new hand. This game, love, you cheating, and you cheated on me. So you send a friend to find me. Kind with a smile, driving chambers of my heart wild, an ideal that maybe, just maybe, love is real. Someone to enjoy every moment with, doors that were closed, locked, and keyed. You could never enter into my loyalty, my trust, without a key. A ring only holds the weight when you wear it, but I promise you, love is worth the wait. I want to do some strange things, encompass my whole existence. I want you to hold me and rock me, console me, and dismiss my insecurities, but deliver all my vulnerabilities and never letting me go. I want to be your everything, building mountains that I haven't even climbed yet. A leap of faith, skydive into your embrace, fall right on top of you. My target is in sight, and that love's my desire.
What you say, Mr. U? What you say? Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Afua Afrik. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my good brother, Sean Love.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Complex. Test it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, them lights bright. I need some shades.
Popping bottles in the club every night. And we steady drinking. Girl, you got me thinking what a night with you would be like. Off a beam, about to take another flight. We can blame it on Patron. Girl, this that life. If I'm wrong, I don't wanna wanna be right. Fuck around and be my wife. That ain't no game, I ain't ashamed. I'll tell the world how you get it and do your thing. Ever since I met you, I can't forget you. Mess around and be my wife. Secret lovers we can be. Gotta rush. Oh.
Come on, y'all. Wave y'all hands for me. Y'all ever had a secret lover? I know I ain't the only one.
Secret lovers we can be. We ain't gotta rush. Can't keep it on the undercovers. You and me. Fuck around and be my
favorite part, y'all. Can I join the crowd?
I never felt this way before. Girl, it's you. You're all I need. I don't have to look no more. Ooh, plenty bottles in the club on the night. Yeah. Come on. Girl, you got me thinking what a night with you would be like. There is no need to worry. I'll take care of you, girl. You're my only, my everything. I'll never leave you, girl. I ain't ashamed. Ever since I met you, I can't forget you. Fuck around and be my wife. Secret lovers we can be. You and me. Fuck around and be my wife. We can be. We ain't gotta rush. We can keep it on the hush. Yeah. Mess around and be my wife. Yeah. Fuck around. Mess around and be my wife. Whoa, yeah.
Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing up someone who this is my first time hearing or meeting her, and her first time here, not only to Pick-A-Line's Poetry Night, but on our mic. So I need y'all to show a lot of love to this sister. You know, you gotta act like this India Arie or Angie Stone coming up here, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Precious.
This man was really trying to empty his clip. Neighbors screaming, some nowhere to be found. Daughter reaching for my hand as another bullet grazed my breast before I hit the ground. Not able to walk and no longer able to scream. I couldn't believe someone could be so mean. Just when you thought that was it, pow, another bullet went straight through my back. I started to scream, started scooting with my arms, trying to inch my way out of the garage. Who would have thought all of this happening to me? I could hear screams from my children, and sadness went through my heart. I knew if I wanted to live, I had to think smart. Those angels flying high, hands covered over my back. I closed my eyes and all I could see was black. All I could do was pray to God that he let me relive my life as a better mother, a better person. The pain that I was feeling, it could not worsen. There's nothing that hurts more than seeing her reach for me. Oh, what I would do to erase those memories. Not knowing if I was gonna live or die, I'd open one eye. And there he stood, the coward in the street, jumping and pointing and laughing at me. You thought it was that easy kept running through my head as he tried his best to leave me for dead. Laying on the cold ground, a stranger before me. Don't talk. Your kids need you. Brother running out of the house with no shoes, barefoot and all. He ran for a while as he called. He shot my sister. As the neighbor lady continued to add pressure, I could feel everything would get better. I felt the possibility of life when she held me close and said, everything's gonna be all right. Here I am today, a completely different person. Nobody knows when I'm hurting. But I don't complain because God's got me. He brought me away from all the misery. Do you hear me? When people say God is good, I say he is awesome all the time. Thank you, God.
Demonstrate. 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 You want to hear the truth tonight? Well, I'm finna demonstrate. There's no reason, no absolute reason. There's no absolute reason why the movement supports the community, but the community doesn't support the movement. There's no absolute reason why there's single mothers and they're not married. There's absolutely no reason for you to be pulling out if you're not getting on your knees and proposing. There's no reason why you should be opening your legs 24/7 to a brother who's not going to invest in you and build a kingdom that's going to be everlasting. Demonstrate tonight. Because too many times we go through foolish situations that we put ourselves through. And then we want to cry to our brothers and sisters, our friends. Oh, girl, he hurt me. Bro, she's a hoe. She don't even want to be with me, bro. She want to be with the next dude and the next dude after that. Demonstrate tonight. Stop all this foolishness. Get your damn mind right. Fuck wrong with you? You don't want to get a goddamn education, but you want to stand in front of a gas station and beg for change. Demonstrate. You want to complain about this nappy head ass nigga that don't want a job, going to jail in and out, don't want to do nothing with his future, but you say you love him. Demonstrate. That's foolishness. Stop it. Stop it. Want to cry and complain about your kids? You ain't even raising them. Demonstrate tonight. I want me a good man, but you ain't even a good woman. Don't cook, don't clean, always in between, want to be on the scene, trying to get the green, but don't even want to be on the team. Demonstrate. Fuck is you talking about? What is you talking about? Demonstrate tonight. Ain't nothing going on in my city. Do you ever get out the damn house? I'm tired of working. Well, do you take time to save your money and invest in your business? Demonstrate. Because you want everybody to support you, but you don't want to support no damn body. Demonstrate. What you talking about? Shut the hell up. Because you ain't talking about shit. Nothing. Especially when you fail to realize that the mind is the powerful tool that was given to us. And we can use it to achieve greatness. But we use it to do foolish things and then complain and whine. What for? What do you do it for? Do you do it so somebody can have sympathy for you? Do you do it so somebody can have empathy for you? Do you do it so somebody can feel where you're coming from? We all going through bullshit that we put ourselves through. Demonstrate. So if you don't want to go through the bullshit no more, if you're tired of the heartaches and pains, if you're tired of crying late at night, if you're tired of being a single mother or a single father, if you're tired of being drunk all the time, trying to get rid of the pain that will always be there, stop doing the shit that you have always been doing all your fucking life and change. Demonstrate. 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 So next time you go home with her or him, really think about what the fuck y'all want to do. Because at the end of the day, and I'm finna get off the stage right now,
Time is winding up and I don't even believe in time. But when y'all go home tonight, figure out what the hell you want to do. You want to build a bullshit. Because at the end of the day, when you play Tetris, you can get points. You can build upon stuff. Tetris. When you fuck around and you in the maze, looking for the cheese, you damn near not gonna find it unless you got a strong ass nose. Demonstrate. I'm out this motherfucker.
In the beginning there was darkness. In the beginning there was darkness, but I wasn't really with it. So I filled the Philly with that killer illy and lit it. Toked the Buddha, blew the smoke through the gap in my teeth and sat back, black knapsack full of that leaf, and I am Yahweh, Osiris, Vishnu, and Jah, Oso, Oshin, Tao, Jehovah, and Allah. I'm God, motherfuckers, that's chief of the chieftains, both odd and even, the middle and each end, the reason for the sequence of the seasons. Adam and Eve leaving the Garden of Eden. I started your heart beating and your lungs breathing, and then needing that pussy and hurt pussy bleeding, and earth, wind, and fire, water, beast in the trees, and yes, human being in the image of me. And if seeing is believing, please believe what you see in Daddy's home. G.O.D. got OGs, OD, and even atheists and heathens, the most sadistic demons ever birthed in heaven, hell, or earth's twisted regions. When they honestly see him, would have promised to meet him, either begin fleeing or pay a knee and take a homage per diem. I acknowledge you being everything but good, and to help you like I should, I did everything I could. I mean, I gave my baby boy to light the trail for the lost, and you dragged in the cavalry and casually nailed him to a cross. Y'all so lucky. He loved you so much he was hurt, and still he begged me not to smoke you like a Dutchie of perp. So I fell back. Witnessed you daily plunder my plan, and my wisdom is infinite and I could barely understand it. I'm saying I'm all seeing, and sometimes I couldn't even look, but still I didn't want to leave you shook, so I even put Jesus on the main line. Now we ain't get no calls. You've all slow fallen so far, even my so-called cheering got me feeling kind of disrespected lately, y'all. I'm thinking maybe y'all expected me to baby y'all, bathe y'all, pamper you, save y'all from cancer too, but every question I gave y'all the answer to. Every word you needed I birthed and reverse breed it into basic instructions before leaving Earth. Did you read it? No. Well, did you hear it? If so, did you share it with the deaf, dumb, and blind? Nope, you left them behind, so you didn't want to follow my rules. Look at the choices you made. When I gave you the power to choose, you chose forbidden fruit, left the path, got lost, and then nearly starved half to death within. When in cities of sin, citizens barter skin and slaughter kin out of border, man. Y'all saw the border in on Sodom and Gomorrah 10. I scratch my chin and begin to grin, knowing men will be men, but you'll sin again. So I'm hoping you start coping with the problems, probably even solve them. Thought I was done getting involved in, but just as you were starting that second cycle of starving, I sent essential nourishment, Malcolm, Martin, Michael, and Marvin. But if by any means you hear a dream with blowing horns, you should probably ask the man in the mirror what's going on. Time to get your shit in order. Men, get your daughters, mama, some of your sons running, get them dipped in water. Don't worry about them drowning, cause that's over. I already made it rain for the 40-40. Ask Noah, act sober. This ain't a game. I won't break his name, but you tell Pastor his 5 Rovers can't drive over the lake of flames. Now I don't care how loud his mouth is, how pretty his spouse is, or how large his house is. March to where his favorite chicken shack in the South is. I'ma fry his ass first if he ain't about his. That's about trying to impart us about time. Y'all start being about mine shit. You think you make it through the fire? Friend, try again, you a liar. I'm about to do to you what y'all do to Gaia. I'm tired for all the screaming and the calling out. Speaking in fake tongues, jumping up and falling out. Cause every time you start shouting, all I hear is you doubting them. That's why I'm burning all this shit down in the year 2000 and...
When is this world gonna change? A world with madness in the heart that seems to remain We as people need to realize the world can see and stand out from people for shame. They need to know about a love that will be there no matter what you're going through. And when your friends, they let you down, I know that this love will be right there to comfort you. See, sometimes I feel like Bishop, a man with a victorious story to tell. But sometimes I simply feel like Antonio, a young man whose last name brings power and destruction because of who my daddy was, and seeing how I could never be like my daddy was. My childhood growing up was rough, but sometimes I feel like A-Tone Bishop, a man with a victorious story to tell. But when the crowd gets through clapping and there are no more hugs to give or hands to shake, and I've said all that I felt, that I came to pick up lines in poetry night to say, at the end of the day, I just simply feel like Antonio. And Lord, sometimes I feel like Moses, a man who was chosen to lead the people into the promised land. And Lord, the people that follow me have seen a lot of your great works, but if only they knew your master plan, then maybe they would hear me and I wouldn't have to repeat myself. If only they knew your master plan, then maybe they would hear me and I wouldn't have to repeat myself. If only they knew your master plan, then maybe they would hear me and I wouldn't have to repeat myself. But right now, God, I don't think that they're hearing me. Sometimes I think they ain't hearing me. Sometimes I think they ain't feeling me. If only y'all knew the power and authority that God is instilling in me. Because see, sometimes I feel like Noah, a man who was sent on earth and a man who was destined to build the great ark. I've been sent on earth to rebuild hearts, and sometimes it gets hard and I begin to feel like Job, like the devil is trying to take his toll. Came into Job's life, took his wife, took his kids, and took his home. And I know I'm supposed to stand tall and be strong, but for the last month or so I haven't been able to write a new poem. And God, you know it's the only thing that keeps me holding on, so it's hard. It's hard, and I know I'm not supposed to talk like that, because sometimes I feel like Peter and Jesus is just trying to see where my faith is at in the midst of the storm. And see, sometimes I feel like Paul, because when I was doing my dirt, they used to call me Saul. But then God knocked me off my high horse, said, no, you can't live that life. So when I started to do what was right, he changed my name. See, I put that life to a rest, and I put that life to an end. But sometimes I feel like I still got to watch my back, and I still got to watch my friends, because even they try to treat me like Daniel when they try to throw me in the lion's den, because I don't believe in the same things that they believe in. And when I first started doing poetry, I thought that I was just expressing myself. And then I met folks like A Few Afrique and Spitfire Shine and Carrick Stevens and Natumbe and Mr. U and Sean Love that showed me that was small, so I started to unlock the rest of myself. And then my poetry became my word. And then my word became my life. That means if these don't coincide, then guess what, y'all? My ministry just won't be right. They showed me that when I come to the table, I could bring something with me. Might not be able to bring an awesome house with me. Might not be able to bring the best car with me. Might not be able to bring the best job with me. But as long as my poetry remains my word, then I can bring some God with me. They showed me that in spite of the things that I go through, I still gotta fight. They showed me that in spite of the things that I go through, I still gotta write. Because my words might be the words that save somebody's life. So in spite of the things that I go through, I'm willing to bear that cross. I'm willing to pay that cost. And it's not because I feel like Peter or Paul. It's not because I feel like David or Daniel. It's not because I feel like Moses. But simply because sometimes 3041, sometimes pickup lines in poetry night, I just simply feel like I'm chosen. Thank you. Have a good night.